What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mondays with Mike. I am Mike from Past the Mic. And so what we got going on today, basically I'm just gonna, ramble, talk about what we got going on for this week. As we, enjoy me watching, what the hell? As you guys sit back and watch me, suck at some, Destiny 2, PvP. I haven't really messed around with this at all, so we're gonna kind of mess around with this and see what we can get into. So we have some stuff here. So we got some cool stuff going on this week. Some pretty cool stuff. The big thing for me really is going to be the NASCAR Heat 2 game that's coming out. Oh man, I'm super stoked about that. Super stoked. I've been waiting for this game, of course, for about a year now. And I'm just a huge NASCAR nerd. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I mean, we got that game going on. It actually releases here in like 2 hours-ish. I doubt I'm going to be up recording it, but, tomorrow I will be, recording some stuff in the career mode and getting into that hot and heavy. I'm really excited to see what changes they made and things like that. So, voice crack. So, I'm really excited about seeing that, guys. But, something else that's been going on this week, of course, is football. Football season's back. It's insane. I'm so excited. I'm a huge, Florida Gators fan and a big Miami Dolphins fan. Those are my two teams. Of course, we have this hurricane going through Irma right now through Florida. So, the Gators didn't get to play. Their game was canceled completely, not even postponed, just completely canceled. Because theirs and the other team, their off weeks didn't line up, so they just completely canceled. I feel like this happened to the Gators last season as well. So, oh, that's kind of cool. So the way we do Mondays with Mike, sometimes I'll just kind of sit here and just stare at the camera and just, talk and have some gameplay rolling in the background. But, this time, this is kind of how the format I want to do it now. We're just going to kind of walk around and do some stuff while I kind of talk and ramble about, just whatever we got going on this week. It's kind of a more laid-back format. I don't really do a whole lot of editing in these videos. I kind of just, talk about whatever. And I could have swore we actually had an area unlocked here, but I don't think we did. There's a clan level, but it's something else. I used to live in Florida. I lived in Florida for years, like 13, 14 years. And I remember one year, I think it was like 2005, we got hit by like 4 hurricanes, like category 4s and 3s, just back to back to back to back. And it sucked. It really sucked. I was out of school probably for a month, easy. I think this was right before Katrina hit. I think it might have been that same year, actually, or the year prior. But we got hit by like 4 hurricanes back to back to back. And it's different in Florida, man, because you'll be out of school for like a month and a half. It's insane. So we need to speak to Shax. Okay, so we got to go back here, I guess. All right. So it's just really something else, guys. So whenever I see everything that's going on in like Houston and everything going on in Florida right now, it hits home with me a lot because I've been through the same thing. Haven't gone through nearly as bad as they're going through, but, hurricanes are the real deal. They're the shit. Florida, their tolerance, they kind of got more of an FU kind of attitude. I remember when I was in school, we'd have tropical storms roll through, and we'd still have school. I'd still ride my bike to school, during tropical storms, category 2s and stuff, and we'd still have school. So, I mean, Floridians, man, some badasses. They get it going, but it sucks to see stuff like that, because, we had the hurricane over Houston, which is horrible, absolutely horrible. And then they kind of seen Irma developing, and these are where the badass hurricanes come from. On the west coast of Africa, they call them Cape hurricanes, something like that, something weird like that. And it's kind of neat right there. That's where the badass ones develop, because they start off there and they have that entire distance to get from Africa over to the U.S. and that's just all warm water right there, man. It's just right along the Atlantic and right along the equator, and it's just nothing but hot water. So it's just insane. They just build up speed, they get faster and faster, they're just sucking up the warm water, man, and it gets going pretty crazy. So where am we supposed to go right now? So yeah, it's just something else. It sucks seeing stuff like that for sure. So our thoughts go out to you guys for sure. It's really something. So hopefully everything goes all right. And hopefully, you know, the destruction's not too bad on it. Okay. Yep, I'm ready to go. So we should have our damn Crucible unlocked now. Let's kind of go back and see. Can we see it here? No, we can't. We have to go back to orbit. So I mean, that's something else, guys, with the hurricanes and stuff. I mean, we've had the 2 hurricanes hit. We've had that crazy earthquake that happened in Mexico a few days ago. I think it was like an 8 or an 8.1, something weird like that. I don't really know how they measure them. But it was like an 8. And that's pretty damn high on the scale. You know, and a lot of people, they're just losing their shit. Like, you know, this is the end of the world. This is the Armageddon. You know, shit like that. And, you know, I'm not into all that. You know, I don't think it's Armageddon. We've had badass shit roll through before. It's happened. That's just part of what Earth does, man. I mean, we look at our history and our record of what we have, like meteorologists and shit like that, of the weather, you know, records, and we're looking at, they started keeping track like 200 years ago, if that. You know, actually, you know, keeping track of the different fronts and when different shit happens, different times a year. You know, obviously they went back farther than that with farmers and stuff, but as far as keeping track of like big storms and systems and things like that, we haven't been doing it long. It's almost 200 years, and the Earth has been around for billions of years. Sorry, not 6,000. It's been billions of years. So you look at just 200 years, and we're seeing all this shit happen in 200 years. A lot more shit's happened in the past. Trust me. I mean, if you look back through history, there's a bunch of shit. You know, talking about great floods, volcanoes, super volcanoes erupting, shit like that, asteroids hitting, and that's all proven. That's proven fact. So I mean, we have hurricanes roll through. I mean, it's shitty, but that's the least of our worries, really. I mean, something far worse can happen that could wipe out a quarter of the human population quick. I mean, shit, we have volcanoes over in Yellowstone right now that are getting to be pretty active, and it's getting crazy. You know, some experts and stuff say it's gonna be happening pretty soon. You know, not like in a few months, but you know, it can happen anytime. We just don't really know. Or shit, asteroids, they come by all the time. It's just a matter of time, man, before something like that happens. You know, we say, no, it's not going to happen because it hasn't happened. But even if you go back like 10,000 years, 10,000 years out of a few billion, the Earth's been here. 10,000 years isn't shit at all. I mean, what is 10,000 years? 100th of a million years? And the Earth has been here for thousands of millions of years. So you just got to look at the time period and the time scale. I mean, bad shit's going to happen. I want to go, what I'm trying to say is I want to go, you know, screaming it's the end of the world and this is a sign and all this other shit like that, because, I mean, it's bound to happen. It's what the Earth does. The Earth has a weird way of fixing itself, too. Really strange. Really strange. You've seen it over the past in history books or whatever. Not what the fucking history books, but it has this way of cleansing the palate, starting over. It's happened many times, and there's records of this, like all the whole dinosaur stuff. I don't know what's going on with my quick play here. I'm kind of just rambling, but you know, the dinosaurs, man, they ruled the shit millions of years, wiped them, and this happened a few times. There wasn't just one extinction of the dinosaurs. All right, it shows that there was several different mass extinctions over millions of years. Alright? Several. It's insane. It happens. So, the Earth doesn't have a conscious mind saying, okay, it's time to wipe this shit. But every so often, some mass extinction happens or something catastrophic happens, whether it be a supervolcano exploding, covering the entire Earth in ash, blocking out the sunlight, killing everything, and suffocating everything, or it could be an asteroid, or a mass flood, or anything, man. So, there's just a lot of crazy shit in general. It's just something to think about. It's something that I think about a lot. Well, not a lot, but you know, I'm a really big. I like conspiracies. It makes me think, makes me wonder about shit. It's really cool. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I'm kind of just rambling. But anyway, off that topic, I can sit here and talk about it for hours. A lot of people have asked me, you know, you should make a podcast, man. You just sit here and you can talk forever about stuff. Or you have some cool thoughts about things. I mean, shit. Get your own ideas together. Don't just conform, man. So different games we got going on here. Jesus, I'm just like rambling. It's insane. I get on a tangent, man. So we got some stuff going on this week. Obviously, we have Brocraft going on. Going for episode 35 this week. During the episode, I kind of talk about what our plans are up till episode 40, which is our theme, World Unveil. And so this episode, we're going to be doing a dog graveyard. So behind that, I had a few dogs. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Had a few dogs get, you know, quietly murdered. I shouldn't say quietly. One suffocated underneath a half slab when I loaded back into the world. It was horrible because I loaded in and I just hear this screaming, like absolute horrible sound of this dog just, you know, freaking out. It was horrible. You know what? This isn't working for some reason. We're just going to jump back into the earth. Can we not? What's going on? We have to go back to the farm. I'm sorry about this, guys. I don't know what's going on, man. I gotta talk back to this guy. I planned on doing some PvP stuff while I kind of talk and ramble, but that's not gonna be the case. So we'll do a couple story missions, I guess, while we kind of sit here and wait. I don't know what's going on. If my internet's just being jacky or what it is. I have the Halo 5 edition Xbox One, which I got it on my 21st birthday, so it's been a couple years. But I still have my Day 1 edition Xbox, and that's actually sitting behind me. You can see the TV behind me. That's where I have my racing setup at, and that's where I have my Day 1 edition at. And it's still rocking. It's still fine, so I don't get it. But anyway, I really like doing these episodes and doing the Mondays of Mike thing, because I kind of just wind down a little bit. You know, it's, you know, recording throughout the week, it can get kind of crazy because I do work a full-time job, and, you know, recording this many videos a week can get stressful sometimes, but I really just enjoy doing it. It's a really fun hobby of mine. It's something I want to definitely continue doing. You know, it's just something I love. I'm not doing it for any other reason besides I just love doing it. You know, there's no get-rich-quick scheme doing YouTube videos at all. Shit takes years, man. Years. And I'm not even freaking close. I just absolutely love doing it. I just love interacting with people. You know, I was really pushed early on to start making YouTube videos, but a lot of my friends to do it. So I did a lot of stuff early on with friends, because I enjoyed the interaction with people. So I did a lot of stuff early on with friends for that, and it was just really neat, and I still enjoy doing it for sure.
We gotta get the word out that the farm is a safe haven. I sent a friend to make it easy.
Don't want any of that stuff.
Careful out there.
Okay, return to orbit. So I still want to continue. I really want to do some more stuff with friends, gaming wise. I have a couple friends that are actually trying to get into YouTubing and do stuff like that. So, you know, if that happens, I really want to hook up with them and do some stuff. Would be really cool. So of course, following the whole Minecraft thing, we have episode 35. I can't believe it's already 35, man. 35 episodes. That's insane. I'm sitting here acting like it's 100 episodes. But, you know, still, 35 to me is something else. That's probably the longest. Hey, we're going to Earth for the first time. We've been to Earth, but first time we actually been in a map, so this is kind of cool. Ask you to help a friend. Okay. Can we not go here? How do we do this? Oh, okay. So we have to go to this launch point, and then we have to travel over to it, so that's kind of cool. I'm curious if we're going to have a sparrow or not. I don't think we have a sparrow yet. But we did... Oh, yeah. We did just get our our power is back, you know, our light back, so we might actually have our sparrow now. I've seen them working on it when we walked through the farm. We seen they had the sparrow, so I don't know. They might have it, but so going back to the whole Minecraft thing, I know I'm kind of rambling here a lot. So whenever the Better Together update comes out, which basically that is something that you can Better Together update back in the let's go way back. Back in the day in Minecraft, or still even today, and to me it's bullshit completely.
Now that you've got your powers back. The EDZ is rough, especially around the old town. Just remember, refugees from the city have it a lot.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen. This is the first time I've been through this level.
Find Devram K.
So, anyway, the Better Together update, to me it's complete bullshit what it used to be and what it still is. Basically, if you're on Xbox and you want to play with friends, it's awesome playing with friends. Minecraft with friends is amazing. You know, sure, some people's like, oh, the game's for 10-year-olds, you know, screw you. Okay, it's fun. If you have just one little creative bone in your body, you can play in Minecraft, okay? It's not just for kids. A lot of people like me, people that are older, over 20, play it and they're like, I just don't get it. Well, because you're not creative, dumbass. But literally, you can make the game what you want it to be. You can build your own cities, build your own worlds, and I feel like I have a creative mind. I love expressing myself, like, visually, and I can't express myself visually art-wise, because I suck at drawing. So I can do it, you know, playing a game like Minecraft, where I can do that, and it's a fun game to experience with friends. This is a weird gun. Whoa. I don't know if I like this gun or not. Really slow firing. But it's just a really fun gaming experience with friends. But anyway, the Better Together update. Jesus, I can't even get anything out today. So what we do now, you get on Xbox and say you want to have a world with a friend. What the hell's going on? So we just started a world on my Xbox. Saved under my name. Saved under my name. So basically whenever they wanted to get on too to play it, I would have to be online. How shitty is that? So anytime they wanted to play on their world too, they have to wait for me to be on. And that sucks. It really sucks. Because then I have to get home, turn on my Xbox, and I won't even be able to play. I don't even want to play. And then they'll be playing. So now with the whole Better Together update, what you can do is get a thing called Realms. You pay so much a month to rent or buy a server, basically. And they're called Realms. And so what you can do at any point, so many people can get on this realm at any time. They all get like a password to get on and the name, and they can get on at any freaking time, just like a server like on PC, which is amazing. So as soon as that happens, I'm going to be starting it, doing one with my friends, and we're going to have this awesome, you know, world we're going to have. I have a couple names floating around my head right now. Got some cool names I'm kind of proud of. I've been thinking about it for a while, because we knew this was going to come out for a while now, so super excited. So hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll see that actually come out. Just really waiting right now. As soon as it does though, I'm all over it. So yeah, we got that going on. The NASCAR Heat 2, that's really the biggest thing I'm excited for this week. That's really our big thing. I really want to make a strong push doing that this year. You know, being more active in the NASCAR racing community on YouTube. There's a lot of guys that I follow on YouTube. One guy in particular, Real Radman, man, I watched him early last year, and man, he only had hardly any subscribers. I mean, you know, a few hundred, something like that. But now, man, he's almost at 10,000, and all he's really covered is just NASCAR. Heat, the first one, he's done a great job attacking, you know, this genre that not a lot of people are in at all, and he's done a damn good job of doing it. So, you know, it's really cool seeing people like that on YouTube. You know, basically not take advantage. What am I trying to say? Are you kidding me? But basically just do that whole genre proud. I mean, he does a great job. Love watching his videos, man. And he seems like a really cool guy. Be cool to meet him one day or talk to him or something like that. You know, maybe we will at some point. It'd be pretty cool. Oh, dear God. This ain't good. Okay, I think we're good now. Maybe. I really hate the loadouts that we have right now. It's horrible. So yeah, anyway, Minecraft, we got NASCAR 82. Of course, well, last week I did a react video of shooting stars with the memes. That video was so much fun to actually make. I love the, I love sleep. That's what I love. Oh my god, I died again! But I really love editing videos. That's something I really love doing. I'm trying to get more into actually using Photoshop for my thumbnails. I admit in the past, I used to kind of be cheap, or I guess you'd say cheap, but I would kind of take the easy route on thumbnails. Oh my god. But, you know, I'm really trying to push my knowledge of it a little bit. Spend upgrade point. Jeez. I feel like we already did this. I don't think it's saved. Let's do this. But I'm really starting to do more stuff on Photoshop. It's a lot of fun too. Submachine gun, so let's just scrap that. And it's something else. I'm trying to look at my notes. I had notes here somewhere. God, I'm horrible. Yeah, we had it's a scout rifle. Okay. So we have Mondays of Mike going on, of course. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Take you. So Wednesday we have Brocraft. Friday we have the React video series, of course. And we have the F1 series going on. We're almost done with that season. So after we're done with the season, you know, I'm going to put that on the back burner for a little bit. I don't want to get burned out on doing these racing games because there's going to be a ton. We're going to kind of bounce between NASCAR and F1 for a little bit. For the foreseeable future because, you know, I can't go and do season. It gets boring and monotonous, and, you know, I'm sure you guys don't want to see that for months and months on end. So I want to mix it up a little bit, but I will be hitting NASCAR pretty heavy here in the beginning for sure. That's just my baby, and I'm really excited about that. So besides that, guys, there's a little thing I'm wanting to work on. It's a little thing I'm wanting to do. I've wanted to do it for a long time, but I don't know why I've never done it. No idea. But it's going to be something fun, okay? And it's going to be a GTA 5 series. Okay? And I'm going to call it, it's Zero to Hero, a GTA 5 series. Something I'm really excited about. So basically, man, I've been rambling for half an hour. So basically what this whole thing is, what it's going to be, is we're going to start off on GTA Online. Alright? And not going to have anything at all. Going to start off with nothing. And the whole point of the series is to see us go from having nothing. It's to go from having nothing to, you know, having something. And being one of the badasses of GTA. I was kind of holding off on doing this series because I was hoping that we'd hear something about GTA 6 pretty soon. But I don't see GTA 6 coming out. GTA 6 coming out for, was it 17? That game was released in 13. They usually wait. I think they do like every 5 years usually. So we might. I'm thinking we're gonna hear something next year. Well, at least hear something. A leak or something, you know. But I'm sure we're not gonna get the actual game until 2019, 2020. If I had to guess, you know, I'm not an expert on this shit predicting these games, but if I was to guess 2019, 2020 would be my guess. So with that being said, I want to do this series. I think it's just gonna be a blast to do. There's gonna be no pressure on it. I don't know if I'm gonna set a date yet, because sometimes when I set dates, you know, it starts to feel like more like a job. If I set a date like, okay, this day I have to do this. And I used to do that a lot in the past. It was pretty crazy. So there's only a couple series that I have that actually do that. Like Brocraft, I do that on Wednesdays. You know, that's fine. One Minecraft video a week on that world is not going to kill me. And then, like, Mondays with Mike, I really enjoy doing this series because it kind of gives me time to just wind down, kind of review last week, kind of talk to you guys about what I got going on. And just kind of talk in general. I mean, that's easy to do, right? That's not too hard. As I'm kind of wandering around aimlessly. Good job, buddy. We did it. Wow, mama. So yeah, that's something. That's something. And then Fridays we have. That's cool. We have the React videos. And man, that's probably some of my funner videos I like to do. So much fun. They can be a pain to edit sometimes. You know, obviously a lot of cuts and things like that. So that's probably one of the harder videos to edit for me. But I mean, they're really not hard when you think about it. But those videos are extremely fun to make, man. Like I said, we did this is a gold chest. Cool. But like I said, we did Shooting Stars last week. I have an idea of what we're going to do this week. I've had a couple recommendations from a couple of my subscribers, a couple from you guys. So, really thinking about what we're going to do. But that series is going to keep going. I love the React series. I know a lot of people are saying reacting's outdated. Everybody reacts nowadays. I don't care. I enjoy watching other YouTubers react to stuff. I think it's interesting. Either way, it's interesting. It can be, you know, something shitty and sad, and it's still interesting. You know, like I watched a video of some guy reacting to, you know, Irma whipping through, I believe it was Puerto Rico, and it was just amazing seeing his reaction, like how much he truly cared about, you know, the people's lives that were experiencing that and everything. It was really, really neat just to see that. You know, I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of watching reactions from people, whether it be good or bad. You know, maybe someday it can be something different, our React videos. It doesn't always have to be funny stuff. I might throw some other things in there as well. I mean, one of my ultimate goals is I want to do a podcast really bad. I really want to do a podcast. So that's ultimately one of my things I want to do, man, is get a podcast rolling. You know, there's plenty of stuff we can talk about. I like talking about just everyday things. You know, I'm still trying to figure out the format if I want to do it. You know, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't want to do just strictly gaming because I feel like that kind of puts you in a hole. Talk about other subjects in the world. I don't want it to be just, you know, a comedy act. I want it to be real life shit, and just kind of talk like kind of how we're talking right now. So, I kind of got some ideas going on in my head how I want to do a podcast. It's gonna happen sooner than later. So that's something I'm kind of throwing around my head right now, is making a podcast. I want to do it with a couple friends. I could do it by myself, but I just feel like the whole experience would be a lot better with friends. So it would just be... What the hell is he doing? Oh, cool. So that's something different. You know, I had a couple ideas where I could do just a gaming podcast. And I was like, you know, that kind of puts you in a bind, because I want to talk about other shit. I want to talk about, you know, cool conspiracy theories. I love talking about, like, conspiracy theories, man. Like, I love having a conversation with people about it, because I love a good conspiracy theory. You know, I'm a big, you know, did we land on the moon guy. Me, I'm like, no shit, we did. Okay, we did it multiple times. It's not, you know, whatever, but I could see the argument, though, of did we land on the moon. It's pretty intriguing, too, if you actually dive into it. You could see why, because, I mean, we were in a race with the Soviet Union about getting into outer space. And there's also a couple other conspiracies out there about the lost cosmonaut, which is actually a recording. Man, this is trippy as shit, but I'll end this video shortly, I promise. But not a couple years ago, but back before, I believe the Soviets are the first ones to put a man in the space. But before that, there's people reportedly, and they had this recorded a voice of another cosmonaut prior to that. It was a female, and she was going through or like re-entering the orbit, and you can just hear screaming, and you could hear the command central talking to her about it. Like, you know, you're entering steep, and she's just screaming like, "Oh my God!" She's like, I can't stop, I can't slow down. And you just hear just screaming, burning alive from the speed. You know, I've seen reports that there was actually, you know, not a meteor, but there was rumors of, you know, something that did happen in the skies that day. I forgot what part of the world, but I mean, it could have happened. But if that's the case, why wouldn't they? Unless she was just a test dummy, which is horrible to say, but you know, I don't think women's rights were that prominent in, you know, 1960s Soviet Union. Sad to say, but that just wasn't how life was then. So she might have been like kind of a test pilot or a test dummy for it, which is kind of shitty. But oh hey, look at this. So I mean, that's interesting too, man. If you start thinking about stuff like that. And of course they had the other legit guy that went in outer space, but they recorded the whole thing. So it kind of makes you think, why didn't they record her whole thing? Did they just have no faith in her doing it at all? You know? So I just love talking about stuff like that, man. I'm just a big believer in stuff, big believer in wacky ideas. You know, I think it's cool. And whenever people say things like, that just makes no sense, there's no way that could be true. Well, my answer is, who the hell are you to think that the universe owes you any damn reason for it to make sense to you? So that's probably gonna do it for this episode, guys. I'm probably gonna back out. I've been rambling for almost damn an hour now. It's insane. Really insane, but that's really gonna do it for this episode, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching so much. We got a lot of cool stuff going on this week. Between NASCAR Heat 2, we have, you know, another episode of Brocraft lined up, another React video. Oh, excuse me. As well as, of course, we have F1 going on. We'll drop a couple episodes of that this week. And then may or may not start the new GTA 5 series this week as well. So, thank you guys for watching so much. I'm sorry I rambled a little bit there. That's just, it's just what I do. But yeah, I really want to get into podcasts. So we talked about some cool stuff this episode. Yeah, it's all good in the hood. But thank you guys for watching so much. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you next Monday for another episode of Mondays with Mike.
Tiptoe by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe.